In this episode of Growing Your Sense of Self Through Self-Defense, we're going to work on high back falls, jumping back falls. We've seen low ones before. The higher ones are obviously more intense. They're important when one starts to learn throwing skills or being thrown or swept. And we're going to, in order to move into those techniques, we have to start doing more extreme falling skills and see that we can learn those and do those safely. So these are things you need to practice on your own. It's good to have soft mats or things that you don't mind falling onto. Foam, you can get maybe at a hardware store. Mats, because they're kind of expensive, but if you've got them, they're the best things. A bed, you can even do this on a bed mattress. So, because this is as intense on the back, or can be, I brought somebody else to do this technique for me. He's a guy I train with, Mr. Chesseley. Hello. Oh, we had to back up, he's too big. Yeah. So, a reason I'm getting a big guy to do this is because you can see them, that the technique, if a lighter guy does it, you know, it's all right, well, there's not that much weight on him, it's not going to get hurt. A big guy does it is pretty impressive. And for a guy who's a white belt, he's very good at this jumping back fall skill. So, good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So he's going to start. We got a nice mat here. Just do like a little bit of a low one. And I'm going to stand. We talk about the technique is he needs to go straight up and down. Bad technique, maybe step off the mat a second. I show bad technique was what people do is they jump backwards and not straight up and come straight down. And that's not a good technique because that's not going to help you in the falling skills that we do. When you get thrown, you sort of get thrown not way in advance. We don't work on throws like that. The throws are really rolling over you. So if I'm going to do a back fall and jump backwards, it's a much higher risk to getting hurt. So we've seen the jumping back fall, low jumping back fall. Keep the chin tucked. Get your arms down first. Start to break contact with your arms. Extend the impact out over space and time. But jumping backwards, you're at more risk of landing on your head. It jostles you more. So the proper technique is to go straight up and come straight down. And when he goes straight up, let's let him do one first. Just do a low one first, so just warm yourself up. Okay. Yep. Yep. So it's good to also warm up with easier ones before you start doing the higher ones. So I'm standing where he's going to stand too, so our bodies are level. So when he's done with his fall, his belt should be right where I'm standing. That's the center of mass. That's what's we're going to watch. Okay. You go high. Very nice. So you can see, stay there, stay there. So you see his chin is tucked, his arms are out like a 45-degree angle, his legs got a little bit of play, they can take some of the impact off him, bending at the knees, he's not stiff-kneed, and his waist is right where it was when he jumped. So, okay, once more up. Now watch for when he goes up. One of the things you can do in practice is just jump straight up, don't fall, jump straight up and down. This is, yeah, it's a good, get into the habit of just jumping straight up so you don't have this tendency to go backwards. So you jump straight up when you're practicing it, so you remember not to go backwards. Like if he went backwards from where he started, you know, his head would go off the end of the mat. Don't want to do that. He's a big guy. So the other technique when you're doing a jumping back fall, watch his feet. His feet are going like they're kicking straight up, right? He doesn't have them bent. He kicks them straight up. What that does is when you go straight and you kick, it flattens your body out. So when you come down, you can land with your hands out, start taking the impact on your hands right away. So that rotates your body, jumping straight up, but you kick, sorry, maybe it's more like this way, jump straight up and kick, it turns your body flat when you come down. So watch that technique as he's going. So. Yeah. They're good. Good. So he's only been doing these for, what, a couple, 3 weeks?
Yes, sir, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. So he's a very skilled guy. He's got good technique, good form. He's just a little bit too tall for the camera. Yeah, maybe come over this way a little bit. Okay. So that's jumping back fall. You really need to work these types of techniques in order to reduce your risk of getting hurt when you're actually being thrown or swept. These are important things to do. It's important to have safe places to land, some kind of a mat or a mattress or something foamy. Break your impact. So, Mr. Chesseley, good job.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Good job. All right, till next time, kamsahamnida. Toodles.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wash up!
There you go. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Chesseley!